All right, time for another day of mindlessly scrolling through the internet. No, not today, my friends. Today, we are expanding our digital and media literacy skills and doing more than just mindlessly consuming information. Okay, so let's jump right into things. So, first, let's define a couple of terms. So, media. What is media? Well, in the modern context and in this context, it is videos, articles, podcasts, pretty much any information you can find on the internet. And literacy. Well, literacy means literally to read something or to be able to understand what it is that it's telling you. Also, in more detail, you are able to understand and think critically about what it is you're watching or listening to or looking at. This is because there's a lot of misinformation and misleading content on the internet. There are people who are making content specifically to get you to vote a certain way or to buy their product or whatever it is that they're trying to convince you of. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some popular sources of information and media on the internet. So first we have Facebook. So Facebook, there's a lot of information here, but it's not always the most reputable or the best source of information. So Facebook's not always the best spot to look for factual information. Same can almost be said for YouTube. And in YouTube, there's people make thumbnails and titles to be really, really catchy. There's a lot of engineering that goes into that sort of thing. So that's important to keep in mind with YouTube. Then, of course, there's Fox News. Now, Fox News is a little bit more reputable because it's an actual news site, but it is known for having a bit of a political bias, especially if you watch like Hannity or Tucker Carlson. And that's Fox News is a really good example of how bias can interfere with people getting information. Now, the New York Times is also reputable. They're a little bit more known for being neutral, I guess you could say, but they're also doing the same thing that other sources do because ultimately they are a business. They are in the business of making money, like most people. Of course, there's also things called databases like Britannica Encyclopedia. Here more you can look up sources with more purpose. And then obviously they have things like Medicare, health, lifestyles, literature. So Britannica is probably a bit better source in my opinion because it is an actual database. So to wrap this up neatly in a bow, let me just say that there's a lot of information on the internet, and it is a really good resource for you guys. And as long as you practice media literacy, as we've talked a little bit about, it'll help make you the most educated person and help you to find what it is you're looking for on the quagmire that is the internet.